皆さんおはようございます. Thank you for joining me today. This is the Japanese Easy News article of the day for April 28th, 2026. 2026年4月28日の今日の記事でございます. For our headline today, our headline of the day is 岩手県の火事。火がこれ以上大きくならないようにしたい. Here is our vocab from the headline. We have 岩手県 is Iwate Prefecture, the northern half of Japan. Kaji, a fire. Now this is a disaster fire, not like a fire that you would just have in a fireplace or a campfire. This is particularly a disaster. Kaji. We have ijo. This connects to a number or an amount or something to say more than that something. And then we have our adjective oki, which means large. And we also have a grammar point in our headline. So this was the grammar point of the day. We have phrase or something, ようにする. So when we have something ようにする, this is how we say make it so that that thing happens or occurs or doesn't happen or occur, etc. So let's take a look at some examples. We have もう二度とこれがないようにしたいね. So もう is kind of like again. 二度と is a second time ni with a counter do, 二度と a second time これがない so これ this が and then doesn't exist ない so that ga tells us the これ and the ない are connected. This doesn't happen or doesn't exist, right? これがないようにしたい so this is our grammar ようにする. And then that suru is a verb, so we will put that in the tai form here to say want to. So, ようにしたい, I want to make it so that this is the case. And all of that together, もう二度とこれがないようにしたいね. So, I would like to make it so that this never happens or this does not exist ever again. And this ne. You can look it up, but ne has lots of uses here. It's kind of like right, or that's the way I feel here. So, yep. Okay, next one we have ごめんなさい。気をつけるようにします. So, ごめんなさい. I am so sorry. 気をつける. So this ki is literally your spirit, and you are attaching it. Kind of an interesting phrase, but when you 気をつける, that means to be cautious or to be careful. So, 気をつけるようにします. So, ようにする, once again, and we're putting that in the mas form to be a little bit more polite or formal. So, I am sorry, I will make sure to be careful. And since this is in the future tense, going forward, right? I will be careful going forward. 気をつけるようにします. And finally, we have 毎朝卵2個食べるようにしています. So, 毎朝, every single morning. Tamago is eggs. Oh, there's going to be a verb that does something to this tamago. Niko is 2 and our counter for small objects. Ko. So niko, 2 objects. Taberu is to eat, which connects back to our tamago. So we are eating the eggs. And then yo ni shiteimasu. So yo ni suru, once again. And then when we put this suru in the teiru form, the teiru form kind of means like we're currently doing it. It slightly changes the meaning when we put yo ni suru into the teiru form. It kind of means like making it a point to do something. So you've decided you're going to do this and you make sure you do it continuously. Make it a habit or something that you try to do all the time, right? So here we have 毎朝卵を2個食べるようにしています. Every morning, I make it a point to eat 2 eggs. So maybe they're weightlifting or something like that, but they are in the habit of doing this ようにしています. Habit of eating 2 eggs every morning. Okay, jumping back into our headline, we have 岩手県の火事. So, 岩手県, Iwate Prefecture no tells us something of or from Iwate Prefecture. And kaji, which is a fire. So the fire in Iwate-ken. Higa, so hi is fire. Ga, it's going to do something. There's going to be a verb or a copula attached to that. And then we have kore, this. Kore ijo. So ijo, remember we attach that to something to mean more than, equal to, or more than this. So kore ijo is any further or more than it currently is. So hi ga kore ijo okiku naranai yoni. So we have lots of conjugation here. Let's break it down. So we have our adjective oki, large. And then if we have okiku naru, that is for something to become large. So kore ijo okiku naru, to become larger than it already is. And then we're taking that naru, putting it into the negative form here, naranai. So does not become larger than it already is. And then you ni shitai. So this is our grammar point, you ni suru. So someone is doing something so that the fire does not get any larger than it already is. And then that suru is being put in the tai form here, which means we'd like to or we want to. Right? So the fire in Iwate-ken, we can see this is a quote here. These lines here means it's a quote. We would like to make it so that the fire does not get any larger than it already is. Okay, so here is our vocabulary from the article. We have yama, which is a mountain. Okoru, to happen or to occur. Ame is rain. Yowai is weak. Atsui is hot. Nokoru, to remain or to be left behind. Shinpai is worry. We can throw a suru onto here to mean like to worry. Shinpai suru. Or leave it like this as a noun. Shinpai. We have shoubo is firefighting or firefighters. Mizu, which is water. Kusuri is chemicals, also medicine, but in this article it's going to be chemicals. Kakeru is to apply something, to sprinkle something, to spray, just basically put something on from above. Kakeru. And kishodai is a meteorological observatory or a weather station, etc. Then we have hinan, which is evacuation. We can also add a suru. So hinan means evacuation. Hinan suru is to evacuate. Tsukareru is to get tired or become tired. Ie is a house or a home. Kaeru is to return. This is what we use when we're going home. Ie ni kaeru, to return home. And yousu is situation, state, or circumstance.
岩手県大槌町の山で火事が起こって7日目です。大槌町では昨日に続いて今日も雨が降りました。火は前より弱くなっています。しかし山にはまだ熱いところが残っていて、また火が出る心配があります。このため今日も消防など1000人以上の人が出て水や薬をかけました。火がこれ以上大きくならないようにしようとしています。気象台によると明日も雨が降りそうです。大槌町の町長は、避難している人は疲れていると思います。早く家に帰ることができるようにしたいですが、火事の様子をよく見て決めたいと話しました。
Okay, let's jump right into our article.
岩手県大槌町の山で火事が起こって7日目です。
Okay, 岩手県. So 岩手県, Iwate Prefecture, 大槌町. So 大槌町. This 町 tells us it's a village or town. I'm just going to call it 大槌町 going forward, but know that it's a smaller town, not a huge city, which would be a 市. But this is 大槌町. No, something from or in that place. Yama is a mountain, so the mountains of 大槌町, Iwate Prefecture. De, at that place or in that place. Kaji, so kaji is a fire, disaster fire. Ga, it's going to do something. It's going to perform some action or be something with ga. We have okotte is to occur or happen. We're putting that in the te form because we're connecting it to something else. We're not done with our sentence. So, kaji ga okotte, a fire happened, and 7日目です. So, 7日目, if we look at the kanji there, this is 7 days. And then we add this me to turn 7 days into the 7th day. So, with this te form here, followed by the 7th day, we are saying it is the 7th day since a fire occurred or happened in the mountains of Otsuchicho in Iwate県.
大槌町では昨日に続いて今日も雨が降りました。
Okay, 大槌町では. So 大槌町では, we're using this place as our frame of reference. So in 大槌町, as far as that place goes. 昨日に続いて. So 昨日 is what she said out loud, but we also have 27日. So we can say yesterday or the 27th. We have に続く is following or continuing from. 続く is to continue. We have that in the te form, so we're continuing from saying continuing from. So 27日に続いて continuing from the 27th. 28日も or 今日も today also the 28th. This mo tells us also in addition to something else. 雨が降りました. So 雨 is rain. が降る is falling or fell. So 降る is how we would say precipitation falls in Japanese. There's no verb to say it rains. We say the rain falls. 雨が降る. And that's in the past tense. So continuing from the 27th, the 28th also rained in 大槌町.
火は前より弱くなっています。
Okay, 火は. So the fire, this is fire as in just like the flames fire, not the disaster fire, but the fire, wa. It's our frame of reference here, kind of limiting it to that topic. 前より. So 前 is previously, より is more than previously. And then we have 弱くなっています. So breaking this down, we have our adjective 弱い, weak. We're putting that into 弱くなる to say become weak. And then we have 弱くなる in the ている form here. 弱くなっています, meaning it has become weak. We're currently in that state of it being weak. So the fire is weaker or has become weaker than it was previously. That kind of connects us back to because of the rain. So because it rained for 2 days, the fire is a lot weaker than it used to be.
しかし山にはまだ暑いところが残っていて、また火が出る心配があります。
Okay, しかし, this is like a formal however. So, however, 山には, as far as in the mountains go. So, 山, mountain, this には, as far as in the mountains go. まだ, still. 暑いところ. So, 暑い is hot, and that's describing ところ. ところ is place or location. So 暑いところ places that are still hot まだ暑いところが残っていて So 残る is to remain. We put that in the ている form to mean currently remaining. And then we're still not done with our sentence, so we're going to put that in the て form again. 残っていて remaining. So, however, in the mountains, there are still hot places that remain. And また is again. 火が so fire. 出る So 出る is for something to come out, also to occur, to be produced. But here, 火が出る for fire to happen or to kick up, I guess. 心配 is worry. So worries that fire will start again. And that worried があります. So があります something exists or we have something. So there is still worry that fire will kick up again and start blazing again. So altogether, however, there are still hot locations on the mountain, and there is worry that the fire could spring up again.
このため今日も消防など1000人以上の人が出て水や薬をかけました。
Okay. このため So if we state something in our previous sentence and then we want to say due to this or therefore, we can say このため今日も or 28日も today or the 28th as well. 消防など So 消防 is going to be firefighters and then など and others. So not just firefighters and others like them. 1000人以上 So 1000人 is 1,000 people. That's our counter for people here. 人 And then 以上 is more than. So more than 1,000 people. Such as firefighters, etc. の人 So we're just making it clear we're talking about people. 1000人以上の人 So over 1,000 people が出て So 出る once again to come out, but here they're showing up, right? More than 1,000 people showed up. And that 出る is in the て form, so we're not done. We're adding more to the sentence. 水や薬 So 水 is water, 薬 is chemicals in this situation. And this ya tells us water, chemicals, and other things like them. We're listing things, but not limiting it to those two things. And をかけました They applied, dumped, sprayed this water and chemicals on the fire. Right? So かける is a verb that has 1,000 meanings, but here it's to apply or to dump it on, right? So they're trying to put out the fire with water and chemicals.
火がこれ以上大きくならないようにしようとしています。
Okay, so 火が once again, fire が is gonna do something here. これ以上 more than it is currently. 大きくならない So the fire does not become bigger than it was previously. This is all in the headline. And then ようにしようとしています So we've got our grammar point of the day. ようにする which is to make it. So make it so that it doesn't get any bigger than it already is. And then we have that in the volitional form here with しようとしています So when we have volitional plus としています there's an attempt or effort going forward to do this. So the people, the 1,000 people that showed up and are applying water and chemicals to the fire are making an attempt しようとしています to make it so that the fire does not get any larger than it already is. 火がこれ以上大きくならないように。
気象台によると明日も雨が降りそうです。
Okay, 気象台 is an meteorological observatory. And then によると is how we say according to. So according to an observatory. 明日も or 29日も So the 29th also 雨が降りそうです So once we have 雨が降る which is to rain. The rain falls. And then if we have this verb furu in the stem, followed by so desu, it seems like this is going to happen or be the case. So, according to the meteorological observatory, weather station, whatever you want to call it, looks like tomorrow will also rain. It will also rain tomorrow on the 29th.
大槌町の町長は、避難している人は疲れていると思います。
Okay, so we have 大槌町の町長は、so 大槌町の something of it, and then 町長 is going to be the mayor of 大槌町. Wa is going to be a main topic or a framework here. And then this is a large quote, so we're going to break it down. But if we want to know what verb we're going to, we have to look at the very end here. と話しました. So this is a quote that the mayor is going to say, but it's a multi-sentence quote, so we're going to break it into these sentences. Then 避難している人. So 避難 is evacuation. We're using 避難する, which is to evacuate in the ている form. So have evacuated or is evacuated. And 人, so people that have evacuated. If we want to describe our noun in Japanese, we put it before the noun. So people that have evacuated. は疲れている. So 疲れる is to become tired. And then that's in the ている form to mean they are in that tired state. And followed that with と思います. So と思います means I think. This と kind of puts quotes in, around something in front of it. So what is the thing that we think with 思います? 避難している人は疲れている. So the people that have evacuated are tired, is what I think.
早く家に帰ることができるようにしたいですが、火事の様子をよく見て決めたいと話しました。
Okay, so once again we have that と話しました, which links back to the start of this paragraph, which is something that the mayor said. And then let's finish this quote about what he said. 早く, so quickly, 家に帰る. So 家 is house, ni tells us there's movement towards it, and 帰る is to return. So 家に帰る, return to the home. ことができる, we can attach this to a verb to say be able to do this verb. So 早く家に帰ることができる. Quickly return to their homes, or able to quickly return to their homes. ようにしたい. So we have ようにする again with the Thai form, meaning they would like to make it so that the people who are evacuated can get to their homes quickly. And you have したいですが. So this ga here tells us we are saying however or but. 火事 is the fire. 火事の something of the fire. 火事の様子 the state, situation, the circumstances surrounding the fire. Oh, we're going to do something to that situation. よく見て. So よく is well or thoroughly. And then we have our verb 見る to see, followed by the form and 決めたい. So 火事の様子をよく見て. So observe or look at the situation of the fire well or thoroughly. And then after that, 決めたい. So 決める is to make a decision, and that is in the Thai form to say we would like to. So altogether, we'd like to get people to go home as soon as possible, but we'd like to make that decision after thoroughly observing the situation of the fire or the state of the fire. And that is what the chocho, the mayor of Otsuchicho, said. So that is it for our article today. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully things cool down as soon as possible for the fire. It's actually been about a day since then. So this is actually a day late because of Golden Week, so they do not do NHK news articles during Golden Week holiday. So this might be our last one for a while. But if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. We are actually also doing live streams where I will be going over more articles every Monday and Wednesday morning in the US, or that'll be Monday and Wednesday evening in Japan. If you're interested, please look out for those. I will keep you up to date on when those are happening. But I will plan on seeing you around. We also have our game nights on Thursday, so if you want to practice some Japanese while having fun playing video games, please join us, and I will see you around. Mata ne!